Hello everyone, this is me Shubha again, and today I'll be talking about two topics which are kind of similar but are very different. The first one, which is standard of living, and the second one, quality of life. I'll start with the key difference between them. The key difference between standard of living and quality of life is that standard of living is primarily focused on a person's material well being, such as income, education level, and access to goods and service, whereas quality of life is focused on one person's overall well being, including factors such as happiness, health, and community. Standard of living is more tangible and measurable, while quality of living is more subjective and can vary from person to person. Okay, so to mainly understand these two topics, I'll be telling the advantages and disadvantages of both of them. So let's start with the advantages and disadvantages of standard of living. I'll go with advantages first. So the first advantage is that economic prosperity. A high standard of living is often associated with economic prosperity, as individuals and societies with high standard of living tend to have higher levels of income and wealth. Second one, access to goods and service. A high standard of living often means that individuals and societies have access to a wide range of goods and services, including food, housing, healthcare, and even education. Improved health and well being. A high standard of living can contribute to improved health and well being, as the individual and society with a higher standard of living tend to have access to both health and nutrition compared to other societies. Increased life expectancy. Fifth one, greater social mobility. Sixth one, better quality of life. Seventh one, greater sense of security. So these are the most seven important advantages of standard of living. Let's go with the disadvantages of standard of living. There are 7 to 8 disadvantages, and I'll start now. Increased consumption of resources and negative impact on the environment, greater social and economic inequality, greater dependence on non renewable resources, higher level of stress and pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle, loss of community and social connection, increased consumer debt, and then decreased satisfaction with life due to constantly striving for more material possessions. Okay, and now let's go with the advantages of quality of life, which depends on the overall well being of the person. Like, there are some advantages of having a good quality of life includes increased happiness and overall well-being, improved physical and mental health, better relationship with others, and greater life satisfaction. A high quality of life can also lead to increased productivity and success in various areas of life, such as work and education. Additionally, people with good quality of life may also have better access to resources and opportunities, and may be more resilient in facing challenges and adversity. Now, let's come to the disadvantages of quality of life. Okay, while having standard of living can bring more benefit, it can also have some disadvantages. Disadvantages of quality of life is: first one, cost of living. High standard of living can also come with a high cost of living, which can make it difficult for some individuals and societies to afford basic necessities. Environmental degradation. The pursuit of high standard of living can lead to environmental degradation, as increased consumption and production can have negative effects on natural resources. Third one, disparities in wealth and access. An high standard of living can lead to disparities in wealth and access to goods and services, with some individuals and societies having a much higher standard of living than the others. Unsustainability. A high standard of living that is based on the overconsumption of the resources and production of waste can be unsustainable in the long run. Quality of life could be subjective. The definition of high standard of living can vary greatly depending on one's societal and personal values, and what one considers as important for his or her well-being could be different from others. Dependence on technology. A high standard of living can lead to dependence on technology, which can create a sense of disconnection from the nature and other people. As told, it removes all the connection between the other communities or societies. And last but not the least, pressure to maintain a certain standard. A standard of living can come with social pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle, which can lead to stress, anxiety, and overwork. See, like once if you are rich, and then you'll have the pressure forever that you have to be rich because you think that everyone knows that you're rich, and then now if you suddenly act like you're poor or you become poor, then it's really bad for you, thinking that you take a lot of stress, and then which is nothing but called pressure to maintain